Welcome back, technical traders. This is the Humble Chartist, and today I'll be doing a technical breakdown on Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA and 9988, the one listed in Hong Kong. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more charting and price manipulations. I deeply appreciate those who have liked and subscribed to my videos and channel. I'll first start off by analyzing the daily charts, followed by the weekly charts, and monthly if necessary. So I do know that there are many Alibaba fans out there, and I hope that I'm able to give weekly updates on Alibaba. So do stay tuned for more updates. So you can tell that Alibaba, in my previous video, I did mention that Alibaba had a triple bottom. So we had a triple bottom here, and followed by a large green candle when we move up. However, I did mention that at 127 to 129, we may feel some resistance as it was the previous resistance here. So indeed, we did see a pullback at the levels 128 and the cloud. The cloud is the resistance. So what do these clouds actually mean? So on an uptrend, the stock would tend to go above the cloud. So on the way down, the clouds acts as a support. However, if the stock were on a downtrend like this, when going up, the cloud acts as a resistance. So we did see that from 110 here all the way to 128, we are pulling back and after resisting the cloud. So personally, my target, looking at the title of my video, I'm quite bullish on this Alibaba. I have a target of 139, a short-term target of 139, which is coming soon. So the reason why I actually have this particular target is that I believe that the market makers, they will tend to push up to this price level. So 138, 139 is a very important level because when we did at a downtrend, the levels here, 138, 139 was a support level. And then 138, 139, we went to about 182 before going down further. So this 138, 139 was the previous support, and now it turns to become a resistance. So we did see 138 being tested here, and we failed to clear it. So likewise, I do believe that in the event that there's no bad news and the US market is doing fine, and I'm not exactly sure when is the earnings, even though they did say that it's upcoming next week, the earnings will definitely play a role in this particular counter. So in the event that we have good earnings, or even before the good earnings, we may be potentially heading towards these 139 levels. However, we should take note that they may do a fake breakout at this 139 level. So it may be a fake breakout depending on the momentum and depending perhaps on the news and the upcoming earnings report. There's probably somewhere in mid-February. So if we fail to clear that area, then it'll be a double top or fake breakout, and then we can expect some pullbacks again. This time around, the cloud will act as a support on the way down. Looking at the MACD, we can see that it is relatively quite bullish. I wouldn't say that it's bearish, even though we are under this particular line. The blue line is still above the orange line, and I can expect more upside in the event that there is good news. So upside is expected. First target is 139. Definitely, we can expect some resistance at 132 and also 135 before we arrive at 139. However, do take note that there is a particular support that cannot be broken. This support cannot be broken. In the event that this support is broken, then the 139 target will not be seen. And this support is at 117. 117 cannot be broken. If 117 is broken, then we may potentially see 110 again, which is retesting the triple bottom. So in the event that intraday we break 117, but we still manage to close above 117, say perhaps the low was about 116.80 or 116.90, then that is fine because they're just trying to flush out some stop losses and frighten away the panic sellers. If we still manage to close above that 117 level, then I would say that we still can continue going uptrend and the 139 target is still intact. So let's take a look at the weekly charts. The weekly charts, the MACD is still trying to show signs of accumulation. We can see that the MACD went above the orange line a few times, but it break back down. This time around, we are also trying to break it up. So there are signs of accumulation. The volume, however, needs to be a lot higher, because if the volume is too low, then it's probably just a sideways movement or even more downtrend. If buyers will return, and then we can potentially see more upside. So let's take a look at the 9988, the one listed in Hong Kong. So if you see at the 9988, the movement wise is also the same. Let's take a look at the daily charts for a better and clearer understanding. Because of the holiday last week, the Chinese New Year holiday, 998 actually had to catch up with the Alibaba, the one listed in New York. Hence, you can see that there are many gaps here, which may be filled eventually. And ever since the bounce, the third bottom for 998, we did not see any significant pullbacks compared to the BABA. So we may see some pullbacks, and hopefully they're just small pullbacks. Likewise, the target here will be a similar target here for 998. You can see that if you zoom out a bit, the previous support here became a resistance here. So they may do another fake breakout here, but one not exactly sure the arbitrage, but it should be moving along the same lines as the BABA. Likewise, if you see the MACD is it did cut below, but we can see that the histogram is turning white. So there is an opportunity that the blue line can cut above the orange line and continue heading up further. If you look at the MACD on the weekly charts, it's the same as BABA. You can see that it's accumulating, and the blue line is still above the orange line, even though we are in a bearish territory. I am actually quite bullish on the Hong Kong market, because I feel that there may be a bull run coming soon. If you look at the Hang Seng Index, on the monthly charts, we are still on the uptrend. You can see that on the monthly charts, we are still looking good above the yellow line. On the weekly charts, you can see that the MACD is in fact looking relatively healthy. Look at the MACD here, similar to BABA and 998. It looks like it's an accumulating zone, and if we can break above here, with the blue line sustaining above the orange line, then we can expect more upside, perhaps about 26,300 or about 25,800 for the Hang Seng Index. Likewise, on the daily charts, you can see that it did pull back slightly on the daily chart. So the MACD is trying to cut back above the orange line to go to ride with more momentum coming soon. So let's do a recap. Going back to BABA. First thing is, my first target will be 139, but do expect some resistance from 132 and also 135. However, we have to break above this resistance at 128 before we can in fact even see 139. This assumption is that 117 do not break. We can go to 11680 or 11690 and then close above it. Intraday, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully the MACD still can remain bullish. And that's about it for the analysis on BABA. I do hope that I'm able to continue giving weekly updates on Alibaba, so feel free to subscribe. And if there's anything else, I will give you guys an update. Thank you for stopping by, and do check out the rest of the channel. Also leave in the comment section below your thoughts on this particular stock, or if you have any other stock TA requests. Also, do share this with your friends who are interested in market manipulation. Lastly, I do appreciate any feedback to improve my video content for you guys. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.